here to present the Audi challenge as part of our HPC project. So what we've done here today is to show you the backbone of our presentation for the entire HPC project. Obviously, at this time, for the initial proposal, we do not have all the content, but in a nutshell, this will be the backbone of our presentation. So we start with the executive summary when we'll have the entire project wrapped up. And then the first real section that we'll be looking at is the global market on autonomous vehicles, followed by business models. And we'll be using design thinking processes to define the different business models that we'll be looking at and how we generate additional revenue streams. After that, we'll have to validate our idea and have prototype to further support the business models. And then we'll wrap up with conclusions. That would be in a nutshell the backbone of our presentation. But today, for the initial proposal, we'll look at the global market first. So the global market of autonomous driving is divided into 5 different levels. So from level 1 to 5, but for this project, we'll be only focusing on level 4. So in terms of market evolution for autonomous driving, we can clearly see that from level 4 and 5, which is fully automated, there's been an increasing interest and also a forecast of this type of vehicle in the near future, starting from almost 2019 up to 2026. So we'll be expecting a lot of autonomous driving vehicles levels 4 and 5 within the next 5 to 6 years. So since we're looking at level 4, we have to understand in detail what it does. So like I said earlier, they're nearly fully automated. So what are the features? The features of level 4 include basically the vehicle to be able to handle the wheels, the gas pedals, steering, brakes, and accelerations. So they're nearly fully automated. However, it still requires human intervention in the event of emergency. So that is level 4 automated driving. And in this area, in this market, the leading players include Audi, BMW, Volvo, and Benz, and they're planning to introduce levels 4 and 5 autonomous vehicles by the year of 2025. Now, if we look at the forecast of the number of autonomous vehicles with levels 4 and 5 to be sold, as a forecast, you can see here that in China, we expect to see by 2025 about 2.4 million units to be sold. And by 2030, we expect about 33.1 million units sold. So you see that the increasing need for autonomous cars is really big, especially in the Chinese market. And as you can see from now, up to 2020, we do not expect any yet. So this will be a large market that we need to focus on, especially for Audi here. So mobility types. Here what we're looking at is really here in China that in gray here, these are personally owned driven vehicles. It will still be the main market for the next few years. However, you can see that the general trend will be decreasing, right? So we have to focus on personally owned autonomous vehicles as well as shared autonomous vehicles. These will be increasing market trends in the next 5 to 6 years and all the way up to 2030. That's the major market in the future for vehicles. And again, looking at China, comparing to US and the EU, the highest CAGR is with China here. So right now, the Chinese market is the market to be in for autonomous driving and to generate new revenue streams. So here we see that today's OEM, right, it's a very conventional way of making money. So how they make money, right? They build cars, design cars, sell them, and finance cars. That's the traditional way of making money. However, moving forward, we will have to tap into the mobility service provider, shared vehicles and shared rides. That's the future of making money. So here we've done some benchmarking of digital services for OEMs. As you can see, all these brands here, the major brands, and this is globally. Audi here, focusing on Audi, you see that there are certain features that it's very common on the market already. For example, navigation, it's all present. So we need to tap into markets where we'll be one of the first players to capture the major market. And if you can see here, electric car sharing. So car sharing again, Audi and Volkswagen here, although from the same family, we've been looking into already car sharing, and we're ahead of the game compared to other OEMs. And that is the main point that we need to focus in this project to generate more revenue streams.
Okay, now we move on with the proposed business model. And what we are using is the design thinking process. So in the design thinking process, we're starting from empathy of customer and define what the customer needs, and then we do the ideate and the prototype and end it with the test to validate our assumptions. So we have been going through the phase 1, which has been outlined here. So we use SCQA to understand what's the market share and the focus globally and in China. And also what is our customer needs versus what the challenge we're going to be. And also what's our current customer versus who can be our potential customer and consumer in the future with our new business model. And with the link canvas, we kind of establish our unique value proposition. And we have it listed here is a strong brand share in premium car market, advanced technology in mobility solution on its services, and also the smart connect vehicles AI technology interface. And we also using the assumption tree. The assumption tree is helping us to mapping out what's the potential strategy and what's the potential business model will be look like. This is all happening in the past, and now we're moving to the next one. The next one we are going to focus on what's the assumption validation, and we're doing some customer survey and collecting their feedbacks, and with that we're providing some conclusions, and then we're using the conclusion to be feeding our business model to see if there are any things or factors need to be altered to get better fit with the customer needs. And for example, when we do the full prototype, then we might use in the video demo to showing them what the business would be look like. And also, if it's not work, it's not getting the customer recognition, then what's our plan B, what we look like. And this is a typical customer persona cameras what we're using to find out the customer needs. And his name is Livio, and he's a manager, and he's a father of 2 kids. And you can see that aligned with Wilson just explained that he is worried about pollution. So the pollution is linked to how we can be more green in the future. Then that's the reason we come up with the car sharing ideas. And the car sharing is also can be decreased the number of the personal owned cars, and while it still provide you enough convenience. And then there's also related with the sustainability. So the car sharing is one of the sustainable option we can foresee in the future, and it's getting up more and more stronger. And with the customer journey services, and we can see that even if the customer might be worried with their seeing the new things, for example, with the autonomous car, but with their enough education, they will feel that okay, they will be relieved, and they will see that they can be more buying the value-added service inside autonomous vehicle. For example, with the platform, digital platform we're going to be offered, and also the possibility of generating new revenues on cars owned by themselves. They will be learning how to do that, and they can be well received as well. And then come to our business model canvas. So we still start from the value proposition. Besides what we get from the link canvas, we also added 2 more things. One is the unique Audi certified drives, and that is also guaranteed the premium service from the safe and polite drivers. And also, instead of owning a car, making owning a car as an investment, then we can turn it by owning a car before is only expensive. Now we can turn it into an investment, and actually it can help you to make money. And then that's also related with our key partners, like the software, the insurance company, or the finance partners, even the driver certification providers, school education organizations. But we want to look at what's the structure, what we look like. So for the digital platform service, because it's new, so there will be some development course. And also we are going to train the drivers to be Audi certified. Not every drivers can be Audi certified. So they need to have attend a proper training. And that training program will need some development course as well. And also because it's a new idea in the market, so there might be need some marketing or PR campaigns to enable our customer to understand what is that and make them buy in, and that needs money too. But how we can make money? So we've been mapping out 4 different streams of the revenue. And the first thing is, when you are going to sharing your car to someone else, you're going to buy an entire different insurance package. And then this can be discussed with the insurance company as a bundle deal, and then you can get a cut off at that. And this is the first one. And also we are going to provide the training program to the drivers. So the certification education is kind of another income. And then with this cost sharing, is actually pay per ride, and then we can get a cut of it. For example, it's 20%. And then we have this digital platform being collecting all those big data, and the big data can help us to drive more money if we can utilize it properly. And that, with all this business model, one point, highlight, I will need to highlight one more point, which is the customer segments. So before, the business model is only facing to the customers who is going to owning the car, but right now we're providing more options to the lower income customers. Then they can leasing the car by hours, and they can also make money by owning an Audi car. So that is what we got with the business model, and this is what we current status. And we are going to phase into more and to spending more time to validation and the prototype. So as I mentioned before, it's we really want to get the insights from the customer to make sure our business model will be work and will be well received by the future customer and the consumers.
So thank you, Mandy, for the explanations on our business model. Now, just to wrap it up in a nutshell, how we make money. So we have two ways. We have people that will buy the cars, they will own it, and then because for example, when they drive to work, the car is being parked at work and they're being wasted, right? So for this downtime, what they could utilize is to have Audi certified drivers to come and take your car and then drive your, for example, family members to other destinations, so that this downtime is not being wasted. The second way is for people to lease the Audi cars and then use it as a car sharing service, and to make money by giving rides to other people. And the reason for leasing is because in China, if you want to do this kind of business to be legal, it has to be a company car, and therefore leasing it will overcome this problem. And by sharing this service, Audi will get a percentage, like Mandy said earlier, about 20%, for example, of every ride. And this will be a main revenue stream for Audi moving forward. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention again. And I'm Wilson Wong, and I've done market research. We have Shang Li, he did technology research and business model. Alonso Fernandez, he did canvas and customer journey. Mandy De Hui Huang, she did design thinking and storyline. Pia Berghofer, she did benchmarking research and business model. And Ning Zhou, she helped us do survey setup and results. Thank you very much.